Okay, I'd like to do a video. Everybody wants a pool in the villages. So, what kind of homes are available? How much does it cost? Are your expectations kind of correct if you want a pool in the villages? So, let's get right to it. I first went to Zillow, and in Zillow, you can hand circle the villages and then do a search, and you can put with a pool. The problem comes in is that Zillow, some people list that they have a pool, but it's part of the community pool. Very hard to figure out which ones have pools and which ones do not. So go to the Villages app. Now it will limit what homes you can see. Won't be necessarily the same as an MLS. But you can go to the Villages app and sort by pools, and I think it's a much more accurate in the villages when they say a pool with a home. It's a pool with a home, not the community pool that would be equated to it. Because everybody in the villages has access to pretty much all the pools. Okay, the country club ones, you might have to pay an extra fee, but pretty much all the pools. So here we are in December. I don't know if that's a good time to be looking for homes with pools. Maybe it is because it's cold outside, and when you get out of the pool, you don't want to be in a community pool and have to go back home. You want it right at home so you can go right inside. Maybe that's the purpose. I got my screen recorder on. I went to the Villages app. I clicked on homes for sale, and I sorted by price. Here we go. So by price, the least expensive home on here is $600,000, $599, $989. Let's take a look at that one. And it's got a swimming pool. Let's look at some of the pictures. It's only 1,500 square feet. And right off, second photo, you kind of get a view of the pool. Clearly a house that had room for a pool, not necessarily one of the larger ones. You can definitely see how they put that pool in, and I kind of like it. It's kind of like a hockey stick look. Very nice house, a home that's in the pool, and it's all enclosed because of the bird cage, and it's kind of a nice little setup. And there's a good look at the pool where there's a area to sit. Very nice. It's definitely on a smaller footprint than most, but for 600,000, that is the next 650,000 or 60,000. Kind of a brick walkway again. Third photo in, they've kind of got the pool. As you can see, it's next to the golf course. It's definitely not brand new. It's definitely a home that's been around a while. I can tell by the refrigerator and some of the others, this is an older home. It's got one of those kind of a walk-in tubs. You can see a little wear here, but I can see how that pool is out there. $659,000 for this home. Let's take another look at a different one. 678. Let's see how much you move up. They call this one the Blue Lagoon. A little crocodile there, as you can see. Not bad. Nice pool area. Actually a very big bird cage. That's what this, the whole screened in. And I like, most people like how these walk-in steps going into the pool. Again, kind of flying through home pictures just for convenience of seeing what's out there. That's kind of what the pool area looks like. So if the pool house is your thing and you've got $678,000, it's in the village of Marsh Bend, 1,800 square foot for the home, in case you're interested. Let's go up to 724.9. And again, second picture is the pool. It's a nice pool. Very similar picture to the other one. Nice home, nice counter. As you can kind of see, this open concept of your living room, your kitchen, and you can see right out onto that your lanai and bird cage and right out to the pool. Kind of does make a much bigger experience for the home. This is looking the other way, so you come in the entryway, and I have always preferred the open concept. Now we're up to 725. Let's just see what the next one. I know it's a little bit more. We've got a couple of them here in this price range, and that's a good overhead shot. You can see the round pool that kind of abuts up to the fence. There's no fence between the homes, but you can see how that pool is situated in the backyard. Actually, there's an interesting kitchen, living room, dining room out onto where the pool is. Looks like a pretty big area for the pool. Again, going fast through the photos. Gonna get to the money of the pool. Very nice. Like how the note on this one, the glass doors that slide, so you can have that big open on those days that it's just 75 degrees out and you don't run in heat or air conditioning and you just want that outdoor open. There you go, slide that open. And again, you're still enclosed because of the bird cage and a nice pool. Jump in, jump out. I can see that very nice fence back. And you can kind of see straight down along all the homes. Well, that's not a bad thing. Not all that bad. Now again, $729,000. And as you can see, in the $700,000 range, you have quite a few. You have quite a few choices, and I'm going to try another one, but I'm going to go up to the 740,000 just to see if you get anything a little bit more. I can see the pool out there. It's a fancier pool, but a little bigger, squarer pool. Kind of have this fountain in the middle. That's what usually those are, where the water can cascade out of the middle. Give it a little more of a kind of a feel. It's usually what that bar is right there. Kind of a neat texture paintings on the bottom of the pool. It's a good size pool. So if we go back, that's $740,000. And as you can see here, the prices climb, but there's a lot in the $700,000 to $800,000. Let's just see if you jump up on pool, even though you're paying more. Let's pick this $929,000. And second photo. This is interesting, where they have this little spot where they have chairs where you're sitting in the pool, not very deep, and you've got an umbrella, and you're on like a little pond, nothing in your backyard. Very, very nice. Now it has my curiosity of where we are in the bigger picture of the villages. That looks gorgeous. Really does. Look at that nighttime and the fire pit in there. You gotta like this. So 929,000. Probably what you gotta. The village of Linden. It's a 2,000 square foot home, so it's bigger than some of the others. So this is where you would go, I think, in the villages to look. If you've got $1 million, there's plenty of opportunity to get a pool. And the top price, the highest price one, we've got to look at it, $2,000,003. Very nice. Look at that view in the backyard. I think that's what you're paying for. Pretty sure that is Lake Sumter. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I know this is probably an older home, but pretty much considered waterfront. $2.3 million. So let's go to Zillow. So under Zillow, I have circled the villages and put in my filters houses must have a garage. Actually, I will remove must have a garage. But under other amenities, must have a pool. And I did put in a keyword home pool, but I'm going to get rid of that just to show you what we've got. So the first one here, 855. This is a different one, but there's what the pool looks like in the $855,000 home. Newer area, new pool. Kind of on a corner lot. That gives you 855. This keep in mind we're in Zillow, so it's a little different. Let's go to the 665. Now this is kind of the thing where I'm not so sure there's a pool. So let's take a look. 655 does not look like a pool. Looks like they're counting on you. No pool. And this is what I mean. They sometimes list pools because it has a community pool, but there is no pool for that home. So let's go to another. So we can guess there is definitely a pool when we're in this price range. It's kind of a waterfall pool. When you're in the over $1 million, usually you get a pool. Again, another one. This is very inexpensive. I do not anticipate there being a pool, even though we've said pool homes. Usually pool homes too, they show a picture of the pool very early on. There is no pool. And that one was $559,000. So that's the problem with Zillow, that you cannot trust that you're going to get a pool home. But let's try 600,000. 600,000. There's one. 600,000. Pool home. Definitely older in the villages. So you never know. When you're using Zillow, you really got to take a harder look to recognize whether it's a pool home. But you can see there's a lot of homes on here, and I can guess 750 definitely has a pool. I think what we're showing you is, though, if you pick this 450, I don't see a pool. There is a pool. It's an older home. 450. That's not bad. That is not bad. I think what we're really seeing is there's very few homes, none that I can see. Pretty much you can do this. If you work with your village's agent, just buy a home. If you're looking under 400,000, make sure that there's room on the lot for a pool. Maybe a small pool, but there's room to have a pool. Pools are going to cost you about $100,000, which makes sense that the lower prices that we're going to see here in the villages is in the 400,000. That you might find one, it might be an older home and an older pool, but clearly it's going to be very hard to find anything under 400,000, if not impossible. But here's one for just under 500,000 with a pool. So I'm just thinking prices and how much it costs nowadays to have a pool has driven this thing up. Let's take a look at a 375. Again, I don't see a pool anywhere, and that's just barely under 400,000. Let's try this 415. And you usually can tell if I'm selling a home with a pool. Okay, this is a good example. This is not their hot tub. This is not their pool. This is the community pool. It's actually a country club pool that has these waterfalls. And you even have to pay extra to go here. That's a little bit of a false advertisement of a $415,000, because they're basically showing you the rec area. They're basically showing you the rec area that's accessible. That's what I don't like about Zillow, is that it's not a home pool. Now, I don't mind them showing it, but it's in the search. It shouldn't have that as a search function. So on that note, let's end it there. You quickly saw that the Villages app is much better at showing you village properties with pools, a much better sort system. Zillow, it's going to take you some time to hunt through. Very rare that you'll find anything. Most are over 400,000. That category is usually older. You're really into a much higher 500,000 and up. Clearly there's a number of homes at $1 million that all have pools that are very nice. But that's how it is. Hope you enjoyed this video. Looking for a pool in the villages. If you haven't seen my find inexpensive homes in the villages, I think that's where some people start out. But again, you can buy a new home or a existing home as long as it has room for a pool. That's what I would be looking at. If it has room, you could expand when you have the extra money. Go ahead and do it that way and get your pool that you want. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.